What's going on, guys? The woman you see here in this picture might be a bleaker foe for all Black Americans, and by Black Americans I mean you guys. I'm of a different nationality, and I totally think you guys deserve this. This woman goes by the name of Marianne Willamson, and she is running as a Democrat for the 2020 presidential election, and she is promising reparations to Black Americans in the United States of a total of 100 billion, with a payment plan of 10 billion per year. Now, see, I was seeing this, and I was saying, oh, that's good. But then when I seen Phil break it down, shout out to the Advice Show. Of course, you could see the full breakdown on this channel. He made a point, and because when she was giving, she was with Jake Tapper on CNN, and when she was giving her talking point, she brought up how Germany gave the Jews 89 point something $billion in reparation, and the Holocaust lasted from 1941 to 1945. That's 4 years. Meanwhile, Black American chattel slavery, chain slavery, when they had you guys in chain, I believe it was 246 years, from 1619 to 1865. Although the war was won in 1864, but you guys were officially emancipated June 19th, 1865, Juneteenth, 1865, which I don't understand why you guys don't celebrate that instead of July 4th, which your ancestors were still enslaved, because July 4th, 1776, America was free. Basically, white people was free on this country. Black Americans were still slaves until 1865. But he had a point. 246 years and only 100 billion. Not to mention all the other Jim Crow, segregation, redlining, all the other segregation, all the other things you guys had to go through after slavery. And made a point that it should be in the 6 point something trillions of dollars that you guys should get in reparation. And I totally agree. And by you guys, I mean Black Americans solely, not Haitians like me, not Jamaicans, not Africans, not any Hispanic immigrants, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, any of the South or Central immigrants, not any Asian immigrants, not any European immigrants, Irish, Italian, Jews. They already got theirs already. Native Americans already got theirs already. You guys totally deserve reparations, because if you guys receive reparation, the living standards for most Black Americans, not the rich ones who are entertainers and whatnot, or working good jobs, it would be way better. Now, if you remember, Reconstruction was given to you, and then it was taken back. The 40 acres and a mule you guys were given, it was taken back, and your ancestors then had to basically go to sharecropping, which was basically another form of slavery. You got to live on you got to live on a white people's land in a shack somewhere with your family. You will cultivate the land. They will take a bigger portion of the harvest. And not to mention, you will be paying for the tools that you will use. The axe, the hoe, the mule, and basically everything else that you needed. Maybe the water sprinkler thing for you could water the seeds and all that stuff, and maybe fertilizer if they had that back then. I wouldn't know. But so far she's on the right path. But I think she should just increase the price amount that she's offering to you guys. And if she's serious, if this isn't a hoax, and she keeps on pushing with this message, this is who you should vote for, not Kamala Harris. She's not promising anything for Black Americans specifically. Every time they talk to Kamala Harris, what is she going to do with Black Americans? Oh, well, it's about everybody. It's about minorities. No. You guys have went on long enough without receiving anything to keep letting Democrats tell you it's about minorities. Meanwhile, for immigrants, they're going to give DACA. Meanwhile, for these whites, they're going to give all types of other benefits that's going to benefit them, and you guys is going to get screwed over. But again, her name is Marianne Willamson, and if she's serious about her message, I would suggest you vote for her, not Kamala Harris, not Cory Booker, which is hilarious that he's even running, because he did a terrible. I live in New Jersey, and he did a terrible job with Newark, New Jersey. A lot of people said he didn't do a good job as the mayor of Newark, New Jersey. But you guys let me know what you think in the comments. Subscribe, share the video. I'll be uploading more things. more videos tomorrow. Have a blessed day. Probably gonna try and get some rest before I go to work later on tonight. But I'll talk to you guys in the next video.